There's a lot of things that could come out of that image. I'm not really sure if it's just electricity or if it's radio station. Okay, yeah, I'm overthinking it now. Shocking. Shock is the newest studio album released by the band Tesla. There's plenty of evidence in this music that this band originates from the 80s, and I'm still in that mode where I am gradually gravitating more toward that era and kind of that style of rock music. Not in love with all of it, but there's a lot of it that I like so much more than I used to probably 5 years ago. And when a band like this is trying to, in a way, preserve that kind of sound when you're in the 2010s, maybe something in the middle of it isn't going to come out the way you thought. Now, what do I mean by that? I feel like the overall sound is very well preserved. However, there's a part of this album where I feel like some of the production, which is still well made, feels like it's kind of missing a part of that ambiance that the 80s kind of recording had. Feels like they tried to add modern production and tried also to incorporate the older classic rock sound, but in a way accidentally left it behind. So in a way it feels old-fashioned, but you can tell that they forgot to incorporate something that should have made it like that. Now, off the bat, I don't believe the first song is the best song, but it does kind of give you the idea and the vibe of where this album is and where it is going. It's called You Won't Take Me Alive. Good standard rock, lacks a little bit of that boom effect from that 80s recording that I was talking about earlier, but it gives you an idea of where the rest of the album is and kind of where the bar is, or at least kind of the average bar where it's supposed to be lying. And then it does try to make a couple of different shifts in there. For example, there's a song here called Love is a Fire. It's got like an interesting acoustic guitar in there for like a whole 10 seconds. But then it does get better. For example, the song Forever Loving You. Very good additional guitar sound in there. Like the creativity that went into that. Then on the 8th track, The Mission. This is the sound. This is the sound that I think that they should have kind of put at the top for all the rest of the songs. 2 thumbs up for that sound right there. The lead vocalist is named Jeff Keith, and I think he does a very good job on a vocal performance in this album. Now, having said that, on the lyrical standpoint, there's nothing really for me to criticize nor praise. I feel like everything is kind of, not generic, I won't use that term, but it does feel like maybe kind of expected. It's just kind of without that boom feeling from that kind of recording that I feel like it should have. The rest of the lyrics just don't get the accompaniment that the music deserves and should have in order to try and just grab its audience by its shoulders and bring in. It's just like, come out and rock with me, man, yeah! Or as your parents probably told you, that sound probably is going to sound like, come and rock with me. So yeah, about 1/3 of this album doesn't have as much compelling energy as I would like it to have, but overall it's got some of the standard kind of rock sounds that I like, some of it that you're just not gonna get a lot out of these days. So if you want to add something that has something of a classic rock vibe to it, this one's one to check out. So yeah, worth finding a few songs out of here. So after having listened and reviewed this album with production of 98%, creativity 88%, expression and lyrics, 90%. I'm going to give this album a good. I'm glad I get to see this genre a little bit more. I know that there's a couple of other YouTube friends that I have that would kind of like to give me some more actual 80s rock-oriented examples that I can look forward to. And I would like to very much check those out. But it's kind of nice to know that some of the older sounds can still be utilized today. Because there's a lot of sounds that I feel like are in a way timeless, but not everybody knows how to bring the timelessness out into the music that they provide. It could be just the songs, but I feel like some of the styles also have that. It's just not everybody knows how to use it. But, you know, out of this album, there's songs worth checking out, so I recommend it on the good level. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. And remember, if you want to discover, promote, and review the best in entertainment, remember to subscribe and follow all the social media for this channel so you can get that yes in your life. See you next time.